Well, all right, everybody, and welcome to Unscripted episode. Who knows how many? I have no clue. I've never kept track of it. But I do know this, folks. It is September the 8th. And you say, well, what's so exciting about September the 8th? It is NFL kickoff, baby. NFL kickoff. We get the Bills. We get the Rams. It's just, to me, it's like a Super Bowl matchup. And it's 12 days from my birthday. Turn to big 50. Logan, what's up, my brother?
What up, Jay? Yeah, we're on episode I have no idea. We used to keep track in the very beginning, but that has since gone away. But yeah, we're probably 100, give or take. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But yeah, man, kickoff is tonight. The preseason, throw it all out the window. Who cares anymore? And we got two teams who are potential Super Bowl, guys who get to the Super Bowl going at it week one, game number one on the brand new Thursday Night Football. I think it's Amazon, correct, who has the rights for it now. So it's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy to me. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Logan, but isn't this league the way they're doing the games now? Are there gonna be some games that, let's say, you can't watch on local channels or even ESPN? Are they gonna be like some, pay-per-view type game or something? I mean, I thought there was like another company that you had to subscribe to or whatever, like NFL Network or whatever.
It might be like that. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I know this one is going to be on. I think most of the games on Thursday are going to be on NFL Network. That's how it's always been. But I know for like MLB, right? They have the Apple TV Game of the Week on, I think, Fridays, I believe, and that's the only place you can watch those. And the NFL might be trying to do that, right? They might really be trying to do that, and we'll see, man. Because like I said, this first year, it's Amazon, I guess, sponsoring the event now, or having the rights to it. So it's gonna be simulcast. Jay, I see it here on NFL Network.
Simulcast. I knew it was something like that,
and Amazon Prime, so you can watch it on both. That's what it is.
Well, all right, folks. Hey, listen, Logan, as you know, the Aces eliminated the Storm. I mean, it was sad, right? I mean, I was really pulling for the Storm, to come out with that win. And we're going to talk a little bit more about, the Sue Bird side of it. So I'm going to hold off on the Sue Bird side. But just, I was really kind of rooting for her, but I was also rooting for Becky Hammon because I like Becky Hammon, and I want her to do great things since she's under that Popovich tree. But how did it surprise you that it wound up being the Aces over the Storm, given the letdown in Game 4, and then, of course, the loss in Game 5?
Yeah, I mean, for the Aces, I mean, they have a great team. They got a lot of really good players, high scorers, good defenders. And we mentioned with Becky Hammon, we talk about her a good bit here on the show. She's a tremendous head coach. You can't work your way around that. She won Coach of the Year, and she's right there, Jay. She's knocking on that doorstep of winning a championship in her first year. So
yeah, isn't that crazy?
I mean, she could do something really special in any sport, not just the WNBA. You know how hard it is to win a championship in your first season as head coach? That's almost unheard of. And
absolutely.
Like I said, she's got a tremendous team, man. And, like I said, we're going to talk about Sue Bird a little bit later into the show. But, I mean, this Aces team is just, whenever they get the hot hand, it's hard to stop them. Of course, they got Wilson, who's the MVP, won it this year. And, I mean, that's going to help, obviously. But they also have just a very great team around them. And with fans excited, we all know Vegas loves their sports teams. I mean, they're looking locked and ready to go, man, to win that championship here, in a little bit whenever that kicks off.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, talk about first year winning. I mean, look at the comments. I mean, everything about that organization was brand new.
Right.
Well, of course, the league itself was brand new, but they ripped off the first 4 consecutive championships in that. I mean, that's hard to do. 4 consecutive. They hadn't even done that in the NBA with the exception of Bill Russell and the Celtics.
Right.
I mean, it's very hard to get 4 straight ones. So, yeah, I mean, these feats, especially what Becky Hammon is trying to do, it's a hard thing to do, and especially when you got the likes of, a Sue Bird to go up against, or Breanna Stewart and company. And to come away with that win, that's pretty impressive. So now what are we going to get? I think we're getting the Sky and we're getting the Aces in the finals.
Here's our other boys here, other friends, back to back.
Man,
getting their thoughts on these games.
Cracking boys.
What's up, Pride?
Hey, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. How you doing, Pride?
I'm good. I'm out here, man. Y'all should see it. I'm getting my coworker tight. I'm just trolling, bro. I'm loving life right now.
I got you.
And Big Shot Rob, man, how's it going, brother?
I hear him loud and clear.
Me too.
I'm glad that's how you're feeling, Rob, bro. You deserve it.
I don't know what happened to Rob, but he's out there somewhere. Maybe we'll get him here in a minute. So, hey, real quick. Dabo
I hear you guys now.
There we go.
Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up, Big Shot Rob?
There you go. That's on me. Just chilling,
good,
man.
man.
Just dinner, man. Just getting ready to watch the game. Maybe go out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That mute button will get you every time. Listen, Dabo Swinney just signs 10 years, $115 million, a little over $11 million a year, man. Hey, what do you think, man? I mean, all these coaches come out with these big contracts now.
I mean, you almost would have to give him because I think it was what was it? It was the SEC that he was kind of toying around the idea of joining. I mean, I think he probably would have if they kind of challenged him to it. But you would have to, I mean, Dabo Swinney, you would have to keep him. If I'm mistaken, he's getting paid more than Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, golly, man, it's crazy. But I mean, you kind of saw it coming because the rumblings really were, especially after Nick Saban got paid. The rumblings really were, oh yeah, now when does Dabo get paid? Like, now it's him. So honestly, I'm not shocked. Honestly, I was hoping he wasn't gonna get paid because him go to SEC kind of pique my interest. If he would have legitimately have tried it, I think he would have if you put him in a situation where he had to. But would have been interesting. But I get it, and in my opinion, he deserves it. I don't think there's a single person who disagrees with how much he got paid.
And he don't care. Look, that man's sitting at number 4 ACC. He gonna get his. So It's all good. Hey, real quick. So for those of y'all who don't know, we started a contest here at Unscripted for the NFL season. We are each going to pick a winner, and whoever loses gets eliminated from next week's picks. So I'll pick the Dolphins for week 1. If the Dolphins lose, I get eliminated. No more allowed chances to pick. And then we go until the last person is standing, and it's just basically single elimination. Let's see how well you do your picks.
Watch this go 1 week.
Oh my Lord!
Hey,
God.
If it does, it's the shortest contest ever, and we'll just reset.
Also, we should put this out there, Jay. This is also Frankie C's idea. If this goes haywire, so just throwing that out there. Also,
I mean, listen, because this is like one of your classic Survivor pools. It's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go left real soon, especially when you have It's kind of funny when you have 20 people. Because a lot of times, half of them get eliminated after the first week.
Right, but since we have 8 or whatever, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. So real quick, these are the picks. Panthers for Frankie. He has them beating the Browns. I got the Dolphins beating the Patriots. God knows I'm gonna be hated. I got Logan taking the 49ers. Logan, I forgot who the Niners are playing. Who the Niners playing, Logan?
Right now, the 49ers are going to be facing the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. And then, so he's got the 49ers over the Bears. Rob Streit has the Saints over the Jets. Hey, Rob, don't hurt yourself with picking hard games, but it's okay. We're going to let you have it. That was Pride was trying to sneak that one in.
I tried so bad. And when Rob had it, I was like, no.
Hey, it was so bad. I had to look at Pride and tell him to do better. So he did. He did. He came up with the Ravens, and God, I can't remember who they're playing. Who they playing?
The Ravens?
Yeah, the Ravens are facing the New York Jets.
They're playing the Jets.
Oh, it was the Ravens and the Jets. My bad. So who the Saints playing? The Saints got some.
The Falcons.
Saints got
Falcons.
That's what it was. It was Saints in Atlanta and Ravens and actually Pride. I should have told Pride to do better because actually I thought the Saints and Atlanta Falcons was a little bit harder than that particular one, but that's okay. Look,
and also too, you can pick. You don't once you pick a team, you don't. It's not like they just go away forever. You can pick them again. Just to clarify.
You can pick them again. You can pick them again. Just don't lose. If you lose, you're out. I just Pride. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I really expected more from you.
Guess what? And you know what? You know what my full name is? Riley Pride Disappointment Barrett Valdez. I live to disappoint. Why do you think my father's not around? So I'm good. I'm chilling.
Okay, listen, I'm playing safe. Man, it is what it is. It is what. I mean, sometimes you defy the odds of your name.
I know, but that's why I'm an enigma. That's why I'm a weirdo, right? Because when I'm supposed to, there's times. Listen, Jay, do me a favor, Jay. I'll holler at you week 2 because when you're on the sidelines after the Patriots handle business, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be here week 2 celebrating my win while you out there crying because you lost week 1. Let's get it, man. I'm playing it safe.
Right. Failure just leads to success. All failure is just gaining life experience. So even if I lose, I still gain life experience. It's okay.
What a time
life experience, and you're like 100 years old. Jesus.
He's halfway. He's almost halfway there, Pride. That's not nice.
What is that called? Like 50 years? Like a centennial? No, I think it's 100.
You're like half century old.
Half century?
You're literally a half a century old.
Jeez.
Yeah, go figure that one out, right? Jeez.
You were there when airplanes were first made.
Well, let's not go that far. I wasn't quite that far. But I will say this. I was there for a lot of different things. I mean, I was born in, 72? The year of Nixon? I mean, come on. Watergate? Come on.
Oh, my God.
I saw some things, right? I saw some things.
Me and Pride stuck in that late 90s.
I was there before they had remote controls, and my daddy said, boy, you were the remote.
Jay, you were alive during black and white TV. Oh, my days.
Hey, me and Pride grew up in a great era, though.
Let me tell you something, Pride. Let me tell you how it worked back in my day. I said, hey, Dad, I'd like to go play out with my friends, go ride my bike. He said, no, son, you've got a job to do. I said, well, what job is that? He said, you have to sit on the couch next to me. When I tell you to turn the channel, you got to go turn the channel. That's your job.
Jay,
so I became the remote control. I was the remote control, Pride.
Okay? So you were alive with Jesus Christ.
And Pride, watch this, Pride. We didn't have buttons. We had magazines that came out. That was our guide. It was a little booklet, and you had to flip through the booklet to see what channels there were, and then you had to dial in the channel. It was
the TV guide.
Did you know that Jay had to walk 7 miles bare feet in the snow to get to school?
Bro, you don't know. No, it wasn't snow, Logan. No, it was hot ass concrete asphalt back in the days of Houston. I had sweltering big blisters on the bottom of my feet. I looked like Barney Rubble Flintstone. It was ridiculous.
Jay, let me ask you a question. When you went to school for your history class, did you just write down what you were doing?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is your social security number 1?
Let me tell you what it was. The worst thing that ever could have happened to me. My aunt moved 2 streets over from my mother, and they were like best friends. So what do you think happened every time that Mom went to make dinner and she was missing an ingredient and Aunt Gladys had it? What do you think Jay had to do?
Did you live through WandaVision?
Oh, no.
Bruh. Hey, watch this. Hey, Ma. Hey, it's pouring rain out there. Well, I don't give a damn. You're going to have to take your ass out there, take an umbrella. We don't have an umbrella. Well, then run faster.
Hey, Jay, when you had to drink water, did you have to go visit the well?
I literally ran in between houses, 2 streets to get the damn sugar or whatever it was I was going. I did this so much that I wore a rut into people's yards. I wore a rut. They called it the Jason McMinn Trail.
Hey, yo, Pride, you know how we say Roman Reigns is on that nice title run? This man, Jay, lived through most of Bruno Sammartino's.
Man, funny. Listen. I said, Dad, I want to go to I think back then it was called Handy Day. We didn't even have a Home Depot or a Lowe's. We had Handy Day. I said, Dad, I want to go down to Handy Day.
He said, what do you know about Handy Days?
He said, what do you want to go there for? I said, I want to get me a 4x4 and cut it to about 5 feet of length.
Jay was the original hacksaw Jim Duggan.
And I'm going to walk around the backyard with a big-ass 4x4. Yeah, those were the good old days.
No.
Jesus, man. What was it called? I think it was called WWF back then.
Yes, it was. Jay lived through the whole WWF pride? He did. All of it. He said
Roddy Piper was the shit.
You were in your 20s when that happened.
I think so. It was back in the day. It was back in the day. That's back in the days of Voltron and things like that. That's back in the day when you rode your bike. And pray that you didn't get beat up and then somebody stole your bike and then you were walking again. It was ridiculous. That's back in the day when there was no guns. We just beat the crap out of everybody.
Jesus
Christ.
What's our next topic, Jay?
Okay,
let me get
1972 and get back to 2022. Let's. Hey, you know what? We're 6 minutes ahead of the game. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy kicked off. We're doing good. Just slow your roll, Logan.
We're getting y'all ready. Thursday Night Football less than an hour.
Yeah, we're doing good. Yes.
We're your pregame show. Speaking of Thursday Night Football, Jay.
Man, hey, listen. Oh, that's another thing.
Oh no,
Logan. You know what the wife is doing now? We got 5 minutes. Let me just say this real quick. What the wife is doing now, speaking of pregame, and I don't know. Okay, there's viewers out there. Let me ask you, viewers, if your significant other does this to you. So I said, hey, babe, I want some whiskey. She's like, Jay, you've been buying pints every day. It's like $17 a pint. This is ridiculous. We can't afford this. Blase. I said, well, let's get it. She said, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. The next week, when you get the pint bottles, you save the pint bottles. So you know what she does now? She buys a handle. She refills the empty pint bottles, and then she allocates them out to me one by one as I need them. What a time to be alive. God, I love my wife.
Big shout out to Melanie for that.
Well, I tell you what, man, she's a saint. All right, folks. Hey, listen. This is the game we're talking about. Rams versus Bills. Von Miller now is on the opposite side of the team. Can he wreak havoc on Matthew Stafford and company? You got basically the Super Bowl's youngest coach and Sean McVay going up against his arch nemesis over there on the other. Well, I wouldn't say Dabo Swinney, but Dabo Swinney is not there. Sean McDermott. He's going up against Sean McDermott, which is another relatively young coach. He said, Sean McVay said he's not going to live on his past accomplishments. That's not what his team is built for. They are built for the present and the future. He said their Rams are Vegas underdogs, which I do believe they actually are. I think people are putting the money actually on the Bills. McVay has never lost an opener since he's been with the Rams. I think it's going back past 7 years, even all the way back to golf. He's not lost a home opener. He's not lost a season opener, excuse me. Ken Dorsey takes over the offensive coordinator for Dable. Can he continue what he's doing or where Dable left off with Josh Allen? Can he continue that on? Bobby Wagner now takes over for Von Miller. And Von Miller and Robinson are now the newest additions, or I should say the newest additions to their teams. It's going to be interesting. I think the Bills' weaknesses is going to be on defense. Especially I think at the cornerback, since they lost Wallace is gone now to free agency, and White is now dealing with a knee injury. So they lost a couple of guys in their secondary, but they did pick up, like you said, an edge rusher. I'm gonna give. I think Buffalo wins tonight. I think it's gonna be a slight edge over the Rams. So we're gonna go from the bottom up. Pride, what do you think? Is Pride still? No, Pride is gone.
No,
Big time Rob. What do you think?
You are muted, by the way, Rob, if you're speaking.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. Buffalo, okay. I know that they're favorites by like 2.5, 3, but the Rams are still the defending Super Bowl champions, and they're going to get their rings and the banner. And, I just think the Rams are going to be ready for them. I think everybody's counting out the defending champs, and I'll go with the Rams slightly, maybe by 3, no more than like 7 points. I think it's a close game. And it's going to be a really good game, both ways, offense and defense.
I mean, I definitely have the offense going towards the Rams, Logan. but I'm still got that defense sticking around with Buffalo. What do you think, Logan? What's your impersonation of tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, like I said, offensively, because we all know it takes a little bit of time for defenses to get kicked into the gear, whether it is college or NFL. That's just the way it is. And right now, I mean, we all know that Stafford's had those lingering elbow issues. I don't know if that's going to play a factor or not, but Josh Allen has had 2 back-to-back very good seasons trying to get that MVP potentially this year. Like you said, the acquisition of Von Miller, bringing him on over for a boatload of money, and with just a really good Buffalo team on offense and on defense, man, they looked really good. This is their time. But also, Tre'Davious White, their star corner, is not going to be playing for the first 4 games of the season due to an injury, so that is going to be a factor if Stafford wants to throw it deep, really. But I'm going to go like with Rob. I got a 3-point ball game. I'm going to go with the Bills going to win this one 27-24. It's going to be a good game, man. I think it's going to be decided in the fourth quarter. I mean, like I said before, man, this is 2 teams who are potentially going for a Super Bowl this year, and we're getting it kicked off week 1. You can't see much better, man. It's going to be great.
So, Pride, as Logan mentioned, the Bills lost or are missing parts of that secondary unit, either to injury or free agency. They did pick up the edge rusher and Von Miller. I look at the Rams and I see a Cam Akers, who's actually on my fantasy team, but he's battled those injuries and hasn't always been there last year as much. So obviously I think could be possibly Henderson picking up the bigger role over there. How do you see tonight's game going? Who's your winner and what do you think?
Listen, I got Buffalo. I understand, even though they did lose some guys, this is still a defense you still have to respect. Combine that with the fact that, let's be honest, we got to stop acting like Matthew Stafford is entering this game healthy. He's been dealing with an elbow problem that's been bothering him. He had a minor procedure, and it didn't do anything at all. So the fear is that he might have to do something even more drastic. So I don't know how he will feel not only going deep, but also, let's say he does throw the ball deep, how is it going to affect him? Because there's no way the power and the accuracy is still there when it's his elbow. It's his elbow that's really the problem. So I think it's going to be a great game, high scoring. I got it 28-24, the Bills. It's a great way to start off the season, though. I mean, to Logan's point, these are 2 teams that have deep playoff aspirations. Who knows? This might be the Super Bowl.
It might be.
Who knows?
Just might be.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and that's what I thought. For the NFL to come out with this as their game 1 of the whole season. I mean, what better way to kick off the NFL than this? Game,
really, Jay, the whole week 1 is about to be a bunch of good games. I mean, a lot of.
I don't know the NFL. After all this momentum of week 1 and all the storylines, right? Broncos going to Seattle and so forth. I mean, how do you compete with this week? It's crazy.
Hey man, it's going to be tough to compete with this one for the rest of the season. But I mean that's what we're here for, right? The first week is always the most hype, and because everyone's just been waiting, for months on end for the game to come back, and we're coming back with a bang, starting tonight, continuing through the week. It's going to be a good one. But how many?
Look at all the questions that we've been asking, and week 1 literally answers a lot of those questions. For example, obviously you're going to see, can Trey Lance do something, and then you're going to see
Jay. He hasn't even been announced as a starter. He is not. I don't even know who he's even going to start that game. I don't even know.
Stop it. But I think out of all of this, I mean, outside of the Buffalo Bills in LA. The next really big question for me is the Raiders are going to go against the Chargers in week 1. And I've seen reports where Raiders are above them. And then I've also seen where Chargers are above the Raiders in different power rankings. So, I mean, how crazy is to get that game week 1 right out the chute?
Hey, man, that, like we've been saying, that AFC West is about to go crazy this year. Bro.
I'm with Pride, though. In this game, I do have the Bills by 7. I think it's going to be 20-13. Is my prediction in favor of the Bills. I think that I'm kind of curious about that run game with Von Miller and the defense. We'll see if they can hold them down. Now, again, there is questions again with Matthew Stafford coming off that injury or that surgical procedure, but I don't think it's going to hamper him. I think he's going to be all right. Cooper Kupp's over there. Robinson's over there, for the love of God. Higbee's over there. I mean, it should be a good game. I'll be honest with you guys. All right, let's move it on. Hey, man, we are on pace, Logan. I'm going to save my job one way or the other. All right, man. All right, next item up for bid.
Keeping it football, baby. You already know.
Oh, come on now. Be nice. There you go.
There we go.
Contracts after Deshaun Watson not being fully guaranteed. This is where I kind of want to see where you guys' thought processes are. You know, Deshaun Watson, as we all know, got that $230 million contract, all of which is guaranteed. First time we've ever seen a whole contract, become guaranteed. And usually, as we've seen in past history in NFL contracts, typically more so with the quarterback is, whatever the last guy did, they match that and then do, and then give him a little bit more money, right? It's weird to me that Deshaun comes out and gets a fully guaranteed contract, but then Kyler Murray comes back and only gets $100 million out of that $230.5 million guaranteed, and then Wilson comes right after him at $242, which is almost, and then he also gets, I think, a $50 million of that $242. I think $50 million is in the signing bonus. Then he's got some other incentive-related bonuses out there. But out of that $242, only $161 million is guaranteed. Why is it that they continue the trend of the contract money being more, but the guaranteed money not matching what Deshaun got? I mean, obviously, Lamar Jackson is out there still. I think he gave them the deadline of Friday, which is tomorrow. So if they don't get a deal done by tomorrow, then they're just going to have to wait until next year, and he's going to play on the franchise tag. But again, Logan started off. What do you think about, just not getting the fully guaranteed like Watson got?
I mean, the Browns kind of revolutionized the way contracts are going to be on from here on out with doing this because, I mean, up until this point, I don't think there had been any, at least for this amount, any guaranteed contract for this, for a quarterback, for a good player. And that's what quarterbacks are going to want now. I mean, I don't blame them. I would want to get guaranteed money. If I see someone who hasn't played in going to be, almost 2 years, if he gets all this money, what about me? I want this money. I want this guaranteed money.
Right.
And I mean, they do it for baseball. They not fully guaranteed, but a lot of it is for basketball and a lot of other sports too. And football was always just kind of a step behind. And now we see with that contract in particular, I think we're going to see, maybe not this season, but we're going to see a lot more kind of guaranteed contracts, or else guys are either going to walk, they're going to sit out because they're going to want their money one way or another. And I don't blame them.
No, I definitely agree. Big shot Rob, man. Again, the trend of getting more money, either over the length of the contract or per year is continuing, but the fully guaranteed seemed to stop right there with Watson, and the ones after that did not get what Watson got. What do you think about that?
Muted, Rob.
I hear him loud and clear too.
I'm here. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. All these quarterbacks now they're wanting the big money, they're wanting the guaranteed money, but they just have to go out there on the field and perform and prove it. It's all about how you perform on the field, and winning comes with that. You got to win games. You got to know how to come from behind, win all types of games. That's what it's all about. I know Aaron Rodgers got big money, but what has he done in the playoffs lately, man? Absolutely nothing. He hasn't come. He struggled in the playoffs. He does great in the regular season and gets to the playoffs, can't win games. Can't get to a Super Bowl. He's only been to a Super Bowl one time, and he won one Super Bowl. I mean, you call him Aaron Rodgers one of the top quarterbacks of all time, and this guy can't get to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. I mean, he's been to the NFC Championship, but look at his record. So. And now we got this thing going on with Lamar Jackson, where Lamar Jackson has his mom handling his. Lamar Jackson has his mom as his agent, and she's actually handling his contract for him. And I'm looking at that like that's a mistake. You should have your own agent handle that for you. Don't have your mom doing that, because your mom isn't really an agent. She's not. I guess maybe she could be an agent, but she's not a real agent where they can negotiate a deal and get something done for you that's going to be correct or going to be equal to what you deserve. So, yeah, I'm just looking at it like that, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for that.
I mean, I get the whole idea of not having not having an agent, because then it allows you to keep the commissions and all that money in-house. However, in a comma, sometimes them agents can navigate things that you maybe not are able to navigate, or may have connections that you don't. I don't know. To me, I still would probably go the agent route. But again, I see why he did, because you do keep all the money for your damn self. So it is what it is. But Pride, why is it? Why has Kyler Murray and why has Russell Wilson not gotten the fully guaranteed money like Watson got?
I mean, I think there's a multitude of reasons, right? Like, first and foremost, it's very rare that a play, like, let's just call it what it is. It's very rare that a team actually cares about the player. Only time they really care about the player is when you got a guy like Tom Brady who's willing to take less because it helps out the team. Let's just get that one out the way, right? What the Browns did, we got to remember, what the Browns did when they did that, they didn't want to give him a fully guaranteed contract. They had no choice, because imagine trading for him and then not giving him what he wants. You now look double dumb, especially with everything he was going through, and every step of the way, the Cleveland Browns, whether you agree with them or not, they stepped down and doubled down and been rocking deep with Deshaun the whole time. So I just think, I think that's personally why they did it. I don't think this is a situation. And on top of that, NFL players, they still get paid good money.
Right.
They still do, you know? And they get paid a lot up front with the signing bonus. So I don't think it's anything too crazy out of the realm. Me personally, I don't think the Browns are really starting anything revolutionary. I just think they did this because it's like, if we don't give him exactly what he wants, we're going to look dumb for not only trading for him, but we need to have his back the entire time. And if we don't, it's going to look bad. So in my opinion, I just think they did that to show him, oh, yeah, we got your back no matter what type of thing. Is Lamar Jackson going to get paid? God knows, because he said we're going to do the deadline. And if, based on the tone that he said the stuff, they could franchise tag him. When they run out of franchise tags, I think you think it's franchise tag him for 2 years. After that, it doesn't matter how much money they throw at him, he's leaving.
Right.
So that's going to be
interesting. I get it.
You know, so go ahead.
I gotta be honest with you though, Pride. If you're getting paid, because Russell Wilson's going to get about $49 million, Kyler Murray probably get just a tad bit less. But when you're making that kind of money per year, brother, that's not good money. Good money is like if I get hard on with the school district and they give me $60,000, well, that's good money. He's getting stupid money. Like when I say stupid money, his money's so stupid, I can't even fathom it.
Right. But again, it's different circumstances for different players. Like Lamar Jackson doesn't want it fully guaranteed. He doesn't care if it's fully guaranteed. There's a certain number that
you would want it fully guaranteed, especially if you're Lamar Jackson, because if I remember we had this conversation about the difference of guaranteed versus not guaranteed. And if you're a guy like Lamar, where you build your life on running first and throwing second, that's kind of like your motif or what you're known for. Mm-hmm. You know that those injuries come, and like you said, when you're on the injured reserve, you're not getting paid. Or maybe they just don't care about that because they're making so much money it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And on top of that, but see, the difference with Lamar is that he's not going through anything legal, right?
Right.
So the Ravens,
he's good.
They have, like, think about it. Lamar hasn't done what Deshaun Watson's accused of. So he's in a position where he can play chicken, where he can test them, where he can push it to see if the organization will give him stuff. The Browns, as soon as they traded for Deshaun Watson, were in a situation where they're like, well, we're screwed. So they kind of had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and again, we also got to take into consideration, we got to stop pretending like all these teams really care about the players like that. They only care about one type of player, the Tom Brady's of the world, the guys who take pay cuts. Those are the guys that they rock with because they're taking less money.
Right. And I want to correct something. It's not that it's stupid money. I want to correct something. The money that, a Lamar Jackson, a Kyler Murray, and Aaron Rodgers, and so forth, what they're making, I should actually term that as legacy money. And what I mean by legacy money is if they invest that money properly, they can support, God knows, probably thousands of generations of their family if they're all in the same mindset of making their money work for them. Because with that kind of money, you can support generational families. like their sons and sons and sons and that's why I say it's just stupid money. But anyway, hey, we don't always think like I do. Next topic. God, I tell you what, I wish I had some legacy money. God, wait.
Don't we all?
Dude, to have some legacy money, man. Damn. Fucking bastards. Come on, Jay. Click the button. Click the button, Jay. I tell you what, man. One of these days, I'm gonna get a computer that actually functions worth a damn.
Christmas is right around the corner if you guys want to invest. For
Boy, I tell you what, somebody will donate to my ass. Listen, fantasy football predictions. We're all in the fantasy league here. God knows we are.
Yep.
Logan,
this is easy for me. I got Jay. I'm beating Jay.
Hey, I'm gonna start with you, man. Give me. What do you think? What do you think about? What are your fantasy thoughts? You're playing me this week, for crying out loud.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say I'm gonna win. I'm not stupid. Like, are you gonna say the same thing? We're all gonna say that about who we're facing. And it's gonna be a good week. Right now, you're projected to win 111.56 to my 104.52. Like I said, that's just projection. That don't mean nothing. That's just a whole bunch of guessing, like we're doing here. But it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be some good matchups. I got you, like I said, week 1. Then there's a bunch of I'm trying to get it pulled up here. Who all's facing who? But with 20 guys in the league, yes, we do have 20 teams. It's going to be chaotic week in, week out. We're going to see a lot of guys get dropped each and every week, so be on the lookout for that. And Jay, best of luck this week, my brother. It's going to be a good matchup. I've got Rodgers, you've got Brady, and we'll see which quarterback going to be better this week.
Look at the one between me and you. I see your weakness being Saquon Barkley, and my weakness being I got Carter. I got M. Carter.
Carter, yeah.
Yes. But then again, you got Tyreek, and if Tua goes off with Tyreek,
I'm hoping for.
I think he's going to be way better than Cooper, because I think Cooper's going to wind up getting double teamed. And you got Judy, I got Lazard. But then and again, you got Schultz. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be pretty good.
We got a pretty even matchup all in all.
I do think I get you in the flex. On the flex, I got Cam Akers, and you got C. Watson. And I don't know how well that Watson from Rodgers hookup's going to be, since Watson's missed a lot of training camp due to injuries.
Right.
Frankie's got some guy named Franco, and Frankie's projected to win by 6.
So we got Frankie versus Frank. That's great pairing there. Shout out my boy Frank.
I don't know who cooked me up. That must be. I don't know who cooked me up.
That might be someone else we know. I ain't got no clue.
And then Dustin plays Taylor. Dustin is a projected 4-point favorite. And then looks like
that's Rob. Cook me up as Rob.
Oh, is that Cook me up as Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought there was Rob's in there. Yeah, Rob, man, dude, right now, man, you're down to circle wagons. I think you're lagging by 7 or 8 points.
7 or 8.
I'm not worried, man.
But again, hey, he's got McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey always gets injured, man. I got Cook. He's an injury threat too. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We'll see what
close. You got Edwards-Helaire versus Pollard. You got Brown, AJ Brown versus Hardman. So you got Bateman versus Higgins. The Bateman versus Higgins now, he may get you on that Higgins.
We'll see.
I don't know, man. It's looking pretty close though. And then let's see. I'm trying to see who Pride has.
Let me see.
Pride has Gonzo.
Ooh.
And Pride is
Brian's got a 7-point underdog.
Pride, you're down by 7.
Fantasy's unpredictable.
Hey, but he's got Jackson versus. So Pride's got Jackson. Gonzo's got Carr. That should be pretty damn good. He's got Kamara. Pride, I can tell you haven't looked at your crap. You need to get Kamara out of there. Isn't he suspended, or is he still playing?
He's still playing.
No, he's playing. Never mind. Leave him in. Kamara Mixon. He's got Miles Sanders, which is actually going to play. So that's a good thing against Montgomery. And then he's got Waddle versus Godwin. And Godwin is a possibility, but they don't know for sure if he's going to make it. He's got Oliver versus Smith.
Game time, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got Hunter Henry versus Noah Fant. And then he's got Swift versus a Mitchell. Now, that's going to be really nice. I think that's going to be a pretty good duel right there. and then you got Vikings fans. So again, Pride, Gonzo, man. Hey, good games coming up this week, guys. Logan,
we'll do a recap on Tuesday, by the way, of all these.
Yeah.
Logan, real quick, I got to be honest with you, Logan. I love my chances. I think my chances look pretty good this week.
You got a good team, Jay. You got a good team.
Logan, how do you feel about your squad going against me this week? I know it's pretty daunting.
I mean, it's looking pretty good. I got the Pats defense. You got the Commanders.
I do.
So we'll see how that rocks. And it's gonna be interesting. The reason I got Watson, Jay, is because Rodgers. If he has a soul, hopefully he does. If he has a heart, hopefully he does. He's gonna want to have him a big first night. That's what I'm kind of banking on. You know what I mean? Your first game in the NFL.
I feel. Look, it's got to be pretty damn hard. And you got to be pretty nervous going up against a runner-up from last year. I mean, honestly, I would not want to be.
Jay did come in second last year.
Yeah, I honestly would not want to be in your shoes.
And also, let me see who our boy, reigning defending champion.
Yeah, Tinker's in there. Tinker's playing
Tinker,
Rob, I think.
Brady Tinker is actually playing. Let me check. He is playing Lennon. He's playing Lennon, and
he got Lennon Crisp.
Yes. And
beat the crap out of Lennon.
And also, and Tinker is a 4-point favorite. So not too bad.
Rob, how do you feel about your week, man? Your fantasy week in our league.
I know you're in about 6 others.
I know you got like 1,000 leagues. But...
No, man, I got like 3 other ones. I don't know, man. 50-50 chance I do well. I got a couple guys starting tonight in some other leagues. I got Cooper Kupp, so I'm hoping without Tre'Davious White in there, Cooper Kupp will have a good night. And another guy I'm looking at tonight is Gabe Davis because whatchamacallit, Jalen Ramsey's going to be all over Diggs.
Davis, that's what I got.
Jalen Ramsey's going to be all over Diggs. So look for Gabe Davis to be open a lot, and I think Josh Allen's going to go to him as his second option.
Yeah, could be.
I got to tell you,
I'm going with Gabe Davis tonight.
Rob, listen, I got to tell you, man, look, I know you're in like 4 leagues, but the only league that really will challenge you on a fantasy front is this league.
Because this one has
20
guys. It's going to be hard.
I understand your other ones are money leagues, but those other ones are easier. This league is the league.
Hey man, that free agency pool is pretty bare right now. There ain't that many good players. Ain't many players.
Pride, how do
I'm
you
actually
feel,
only
man?
in one money league, man.
Okay, I got you. What you
one
like
money league, and
I think. Hey, Pride, you still there?
You're muted. Pride.
Yeah,
I heard your thoughts loud and clear.
Yeah,
we all heard how well you thought about your. How do you like your chances this week in fantasy? You're going up against Gonzo.
50-50 chance. I think I could win.
Right, you're going against.
I don't always go by predictions. I try to read up some stuff on experts and things like that, but sometimes you just got to go with your head rather than your heart. I mean, these experts, they don't always get things right like we might. So looking at an expert, I mean, there's 50 million experts out there that think they're like gurus and they know everything. So
and a lot of them make you
got to roll with what you believe.
Things like that. So,
well, what you like about your team, Pride?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So,
Pride had a good thought process.
Hold on. He's mumbling. I can hear him a little bit.
Sure? I mean, are we sure we're ready for me, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. With all due respect, Gonzo, I hate you. You're my enemy. I will destroy you. Okay, I will destroy you. You hear me? After this week, Gonzo, you and I will be the best of friends yet again. Hold hand in hand into the sun. But for this week, you are my mortal enemy.
That's what I love.
Listen, I'm smack. I honestly think I'm gonna win.
Pride's gonna take a bite out of him.
100%. I'm gonna make him exhausted. I'm gonna make him feel like he played on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh.
Damage I'm out here. That's the damage. And Chris, you know I love you, brother. And we'll be cool after that. We'll be cool. We'll be the best of friends afterwards. But until then, I hate you.
Pride's pass.
until Monday morning.
Hey, look, take notes because you're my enemy this week. I mean, right now we're on the show. I love you, but coming about an hour,
then it's all war. Then
we're all enemies here, man.
100%.
All right,
what we got up next, Jay?
Enough of this fun Philly crap.
You're right.
I hate my phone. There we go. Max Scherzer.
Oh, the timer went away. Oh well.
Oh man.
I don't know what happened.
That's all right. Hey, look, I got a good. Max Scherzer's on a 15-day IL. The Braves were tied for first. Logan, I just looked at the standings.
They're half game because the Mets were a doubleheader.
But that's neither here nor there. In my opinion, you're tied because a half doesn't mean really a whole lot.
They got the advantage. They play two games in a day. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today. But again, good for you, right? Max Scherzer's on a 15-day IL.
Oh, dude, I love it. It.
Yeah, and like I said, you're in a battle for first. So again, for you, it's good. He says it's not a significant injury. He says it's probably, a couple of starts at best, 1 or 2 starts that he'll miss. He had left side irritation. Now, if you know Scherzer, he was out earlier in this season with that left oblique strain. He says it's not the oblique. He says now it's his whole damn left side that's achy. I still think there's some oblique issues somewhere underlying in there. So again, I'm going to be curious to see. Even after he comes off of the IL, how well he's going to last throwing that ball, or if he goes back in the IL with even more back. I mean, that back pain is something, especially when the left oblique and then the left side. I don't know, man. That's a lot to go through. 7 weeks he was out with that oblique strain. He's 38 damn years old. Not like he's like young as springtime, but again. He is 9-4. He does have a 2.26 ERA before he went out with that left side achiness in the 20 starts that he put up. So I don't know, man. He left with 5 innings, 67 pitches is what he put in before he left that game. For me, hey, look, left oblique strain, left side achiness. That I don't know. I just don't like seeing that going into postseason. Logan, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we're fighting for that first place spots. The Mets are a great team. I mean, they've been good the whole season. The Braves starting off a little slow, but I mean, they've really been picking it up, Jay, really since right before the All-Star break, and they've looked great in the second half. And I mean, obviously, we know either one of these teams are going to get into the playoffs, whether as the NL East champ or as the first wild card seed. I mean, they're pretty much going to be. It's looking like they might face each other again in a best of 5, best of 7. So it's going to be fun there because the Phillies are right on the trail too. Let's not forget about that. They've been really good lately. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Scherzer's been dealing with some injuries. He's getting older. His body's wearing down. He's still a great pitcher when he's healthy. Don't get me wrong. And I'd hate to face him in the postseason. But that's kind of the thing right now, right? The Mets, I know who was it? Diaz blew a save the other night. And Scherzer's been banged up a little bit. But the Braves getting healthier. I mean, they're getting guys coming back. They're not getting guys putting on the IL. They're getting them coming back. Like Albies is coming back. That's going to be going. Of course, Soroka's in the minors right now doing some rehab. You can put him in the bullpen if you need to. So it's going to be a fight, man, the rest of the season. And I wouldn't want to either way else, man. It's good to have some competition. I know you can't relate with out there in the West because you're, 20 games up. So
I don't know. The only thing that I like about the Mets is Edwin Diaz's trumpet entrance music. He's got the best damn entrance.
I will say Jerry Seinfeld hates it, to be fair, though. He did say that.
I don't care about Jerry. That entrance is just amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I freaking love it. Big shot Rob, man. Mets, Scherzer IL. What do you think? How do you think this is going to go between now, postseason, and then some?
Yeah, the Mets other pitchers and obviously their team's going to have to step up. I mean, they still got Jake DeGrom there. Hopefully they'll do better. And the Braves are coming for them though. So I mean, this race is going to come right down to the end. I see it coming down to the end of the month, October, and the NL East is right for the taking. One of them is going to win the division. The other one could be in the wild card. We'll see.
Yeah, most definitely. Pride, again, Scherzer, 15-day IL. He says it's not a big deal. He'll probably miss 1 or 2 starts, and then he'll be back in the rotation. My thought process is, how does this look for him as they get ready to go into the postseason? How will he be affected by it? Or will he?
From what I understand, it's just a precautionary measure. They're just trying to make sure that he's all right for the playoffs. I look at it the same way I look at Justin Verlander. I don't think it's anything serious. I don't think it's anything crazy. unless he all of a sudden starts saying we might need surgery, that's when I'll be worried. Until then, if it's soreness, tightness, whatever the case may be, I'm not over the top concerned. I do have a little bit of reservation, considering that it is the same side that he missed 7 weeks for earlier this year. So that does give me a little pause for hesitation. However, if this just comes across as we're just doing this to be on the safe side because we just want to make sure come playoffs, we can unleash them. So I'm not too worried. I look at the same way I look at Justin Verlander. I'm not too worried. Once we start bringing up surgery, that's when I'm going to start kind of being like, oh no, But until then, I'm not worried about it. Give him some time to rest so when he comes back, because again, it's not like Max Scherzer really cares to be in the race for the Cy Young. So he doesn't really care to be in that race. So he's willing to take that time off,
Right.
So,
I get that. My question for you, Pride, is more so along the lines of not necessarily him missing the starts or things like that. My question is when he gets into the postseason, do you think that this injury could come back, or do you think it will mess with his effectiveness for what he normally does as a pitcher?
No.
Or we get the full Max Scherzer?
I think so.
Okay.
Again, as long as it's not something that's crazy that he needs surgery for, we'll get normal Mad Max.
Okay. Because that was really just my concern, honestly, was not so much that he would make it to the postseason, but my thing was, will he be the dominant, Max Scherzer? The 2.26 ERA, Max Scherzer. I mean, and I understand, to your point, as long as he doesn't need surgery and he's getting rest, he lets it subside, whatever, I just think for him, the only thing that worries me is if he re-aggravates it again. Not so much that he would tear anything, but maybe that he would re-aggravate something.
Right. Yeah, we'll see, man. We will definitely see.
All right, last topic of the night, and then we're on to some football, folks. Sue Bird plays final game of her historic career. Let me start said timer. Sue Bird, for crying out loud. Seattle, you really screwed her over. And Mickey Delaney, I hope you hear me when I say it. You really kind of screwed her over. When you screwed her over was, now I'm going to get to that. Sue Bird, game 4, 0.8 seconds left, gives you the 3, puts you in the lead, says, hey, folks, just don't screw me over. You go back on the opposite side. They call the timeout. They go the opposite end of the court. They get the lob pass in, and I can't pronounce that girl's name, but she basically missed her defensive assignment and allows Young to put the damn easygoing layup in, and then puts it into overtime, where, as you know, they outscored them like 18-9 in overtime. When it could have been done, over with, and, you're moving on, whatever. Sue, you deserve better. You deserve better than what Seattle gave you as your send-off. I'm just saying. Oh, God. The finals, they went out 97-92 to the Aces. Sue says the way she felt at the end of the game, she felt weird. She felt sad because the season and her career was coming to an end. And it was very difficult for her to follow the crowd off the court. She came back, took a couple of standing O's, 19 years of playing the game that she loves, and now it's over. Last year, the crowd chanted one more year, one more year, one more year. And this year, they chanted, thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue. 46 assists, 6 turnovers, and 6 playoff games was her stat line. But 4 NBA titles, a career of 11.7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, all that. And you could have gone out with the finals, but Seattle failed in completing the win in game 4. Logan.
Yeah, a tremendous player in WNBA history. Everyone knows Sue Bird, right? A great player, and it sucks to see her go, man. It really does. And she had a tremendous career, played from 2002 to 2022. You don't see 20 seasons of basketball very often. It don't matter which league. That's hard to do. Like you already mentioned, the accomplishments, number 1 overall pick, lived up to the hype, had an amazing career all throughout, and yeah, man, it sucks to see her go, but she has left a tremendous mark on the WBA and as well as just basketball in general.
Absolutely. Big Shot Rob, Sue Bird and her historic career, brother.
Yeah, I mean, she had a great career playing 20 seasons. That's hard to do in any sport, no matter what the sport is. And yeah, sad to see her go out. I guess Seattle's going to be looking for a new star, so we'll see who they get to replace her. But yeah, I mean, I like to see her keep playing maybe one more year. But I mean, you played 20 years. I mean, that's good enough right there.
Oh yeah,
She's had a great
definitely
career.
agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Jay, she's first all time in a lot of categories. First all time in most seasons played. First all time in games played. First in assists. First in minutes played. Most All-Star appearances. I mean, pretty much every category you're going to see her name in.
And it's interesting too because Pride. In one sense, we see Becky Hammon starting her career as a head coach. And then on the other side, we see Sue Bird ending a career as a player, all in the same series. What do you think about Sue Bird and her historic career, Pride?
Well, obviously, she's one of the greatest of all time. Like, in my opinion, she's a GOAT. That's just me.
Right.
If you want to fight, we can fight. We can fight. And every time I punch you, I'll say Sue Bird. I have you so conditioned, you'll say Sue Bird just every time you get scared. Instead of going, I go Sue Bird.
There you go.
She's a phenomenal player. Again, she's just someone who basically owned the game. Always went on her pace. Whenever she wanted to run fast breaks, that's the tempo of the game. Whenever she felt like slowing it down, she would slow it down. She was the Chris Paul of the WNBA. Whenever you needed a bucket, you give her space. She can facilitate and make everybody better. She can control the tempo. Every time she spoke, her teammates listened to her, regardless of the situation. Always listen. No matter what. Whenever she said something, whatever she would, if she would criticize you, it's because you deserved it. Definitely an all-time great, and it's good to, it's good to
I hear you.
Go out.
I hear you.
Happy and content with her career.
No doubt.
I got to be honest with you. We probably will fight a little bit, but on a different show. I might make that a topic for just me and Pride, because we will probably take up the full damn 8 minutes, and we may even go into overtime. I don't know, but I will tell you this: my opponent to go against Sue Bird, and again, Sue Bird, I love you, but my opponent will be one of two, really, honestly. Cheryl Swoops or Cynthia Cooper. Either one of those two could make an argument against Sue Bird. I'm just going to say.
And I just want to let you know this. I'm going to let you know. She'll swoop the competition out of here, bro. And by the time she's done, Cooper will be working the chicken coops where she belongs.
Oh,
Don't
whatever. Hey,
listen.
Don't
disrespect Sue Bird.
That's okay, Pride. You hold on to that nugget of information, because I promise you, that will be a topic that me and you will have a good time talking about. So, but I don't want to give I don't want to give that much away. So just hold on to that. That will be a future topic, and you will get all the time to make your case, and I'm going to have all the time to make my case, and then we'll let the fans decide who won. Okay. Again, we're going to get us some final thoughts real quick, and then we're going to go enjoy the hell out of this damn football. Pride, are you working this evening? God, sucks. I'm going to have to send you some fucking recaps of the game. I don't want you feeling bad, man.
No, but I can watch it.
Oh, you can watch it? Oh,
yeah,
then I don't want to, pardon my French. All right, folks, final thoughts, and then we are out of here for the night. My final thoughts is, again, Sue Bird, hey, congratulations on a wonderful career. Secondly, congratulations to the Sky and the Aces and Becky Hammon in the finals, which, by the way, Mike Hughes for ASAP will be covering that for us. So, again, congratulations, Mike Hughes, and getting that further coverage. But, again, I got the Bills taking it tonight. And I just want to leave you guys with one thought. Now, this is not my thought, but my thought is that I was watching ESPN earlier today, and I wish I could remember the commentator that said it. Oh, it was Wilbon. I think it was Michael Wilbon who said that he thinks the Patriots. I'm not the Patriots. He thinks the Buccaneers will fall flat on their face given some of the losses they've taken on personnel. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Will the Bucs fall on their face? Answer it and find your final thoughts or what have you, Logan.
Nah, Bucks are gonna be fine, man. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Yeah. Any other final thoughts?
Yeah, actually. I'm sure. Yeah, so I did just kind of scrolling through Jay. Said MLB is going to implement a few new changes next year. They're going to add a 15-second pitch clock with the bases empty and a 20-second clock with the runners on next year. So we'll see that. It'll definitely improve game time. 2 disengagements from the rubber, including pickoff temp. So if you step off the rubber to, change a sign or whatever, or if you pick someone off, you can do it 2 times. If you do it 3 times, it will be considered a balk. A requirement by hitters to be in the batter's box and quote unquote alert with 8 seconds to go. Hitters are allowed 1 timeout per plate appearance. So, pretty much just stepping out the box. For the shift, only 2 infielders will be allowed on either side of second base, with all 4 required to be on the dirt or in a grass, so they're getting rid of the shift. Infielders cannot position themselves on the outfield grass before the pitch is thrown. And also, the bases will increase in size from 15 inches to 18. So a few pretty good changes there for MLB, and I'm sure it'll speed up the game time a lot quicker next year.
Absolutely. And Frankie, I know they got one more game. I get it, but I'm prophesying. The sky into that. I'm sorry. I should have said that beforehand. My apologies. Big Shot Rob, final thoughts, brother.
Brady, so as long as he's healthy and up, the Buccaneers will be fine. They'll make the playoffs. They don't really play in a tough division, the NFC South, so they're going to be fine. And tonight, good luck to the Bills and the Rams. I got the Rams winning by no more than 7. I would go 3 or 4, no more than 7. I know all you guys are picking the Bills. I'm the only one. I live in Buffalo, and I'm against the Bills, so going with the Rams. But I just hope it's a good game. Good luck to all my fantasy guys out there that I got playing tonight, and that's it.
Right. Pride, it's interesting to me. America says the Bills will win tonight's game by 66%. The commentators for NBC, 6 out of the 8 went with the Rams. What are you thinking?
Bills. I mean, I look at this as a coin toss game. Either side really could. So it's not like one team is like horrible. Again, both these are both contenders. Like I said earlier, like Logan said earlier, this could potentially be the Super Bowl. This could potentially be it.
I believe that. So, I absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't blame them for feeling like that. I have to answer your Tampa Bay question, they'll be fine. I have no they're gonna be fine. Final thoughts: Dolphins are losing. Can't stand them. They suck.
Well, no, man, you're gonna be wrong on that, man.
Hey,
I know you guys flew into Miami 5 days early, but no, you're gonna be wrong.
Hey, real quick. So, hey, look, we got this game coming on, so we're about to get up on out to him. This starts in 14 minutes. I will say this: Pride has the Bills winning by 4. I got the Bills winning by 7. Logan and Big Shot Rob both went the Rams. I forget their point differentials.
I went with the Bills. What you mean? I went Bills by 3.
Oh, did you? I thought you went Rams.
I went Bills.
Okay, so the only one that went Bills the only one that went Rams was Big Shot Rob.
We need a new host.
Okay. Yeah, I know, man. Hey, listen, this is what happens when you go to the dollar store for a host, okay? Get off my back, a-hole.
You're right.
Anyway, I love Pride. Right. Pride does. I love him. Pride. He's like, in the dollar store, I think they went to freaking like Salvation Army and got you, dude, off the fucking clearance rack for $2.
I didn't say that at all. I did not even say that.
Jay, we got a game in 10 minutes. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, just let the record show. I didn't say any of that. Just let the record show.
No, the record is reflected. The record is reflected. And again, Frankie says, let's go Patriots. Again, I picked the Dolphins over the Patriots, so it is what it is.
Rams up.
All right, folks. Hey, we're like 10 minutes from game time. I hope you
here.
enjoyed this episode of Unscripted with your boy Pride from Prideful Takes, Big Shot Rob, Logan, Babyface Landers, and your boy Jay McLovin here on Unscripted on the All Sports, All Plays Network. And y'all be good, man. We're out of here.